What's going on, y'all? This is Goofy Rexy here. Y'all remember that time when we used to complain about new characters not coming into the game? No, like seriously, remember when we used to say things like, oh my god, I haven't seen a new character in the game for so long. Or, oh my god, this game is so boring, I have nobody to upgrade. Or we used to say, bro, this is ridiculous, man. I keep on fighting the same teams in the meta. I ain't got no new teams to fight. Well, guess what? You got your wish. Over the last few months, we've seen a massive influx in new characters coming into the game. No, like, seriously, a lot of new characters. Seriously, it's overwhelming. At this point, we're experiencing essentially what I would call to be character overload. I think it's too much. I don't want to complain about it, but I think it's a little too much. With the new characters being released, there's a lot of crunch on time and just investment. There's just really not enough time to invest into these new characters. There's a lot of bottleneck on resources. And of course, there's some dollars kind of strain too as well when it comes to this. So in this video, the first thing I do want to acknowledge, we do have some data mines. I want to talk about the new rumored characters coming into the game. I also want to take a look at the visual that we got for Dr. Doom 2 as well, the in-game tags, which I think are kind of interesting. But mainly what I really want to go over and discuss here is just the character overload and the bottlenecks that we should really be paying attention to moving forward. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Sit back and let's go on into it. Alright guys, so first things first, welcome back. And if you're new to the channel here and you want to see more videos on Marvel Strike Force, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, you can catch me live on stream on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also catch me at noon too as well on those Fridays. Also, in the description, you'll find links to my Twitter page, a link to my Discord, and my Facebook page too as well. Like I said, all links are down below. Also, if you're liking this video so far, smash that like button for me, guys. All right guys, so I got this new data mine here that just came out, just a couple days ago, and we got 3 new character sort of rumor that we already knew, but then they actually made it official by announcing it. So here we have Anti-Venom, Scream, and then She-Hulk. Personally, I'm really excited for the 2 symbiote characters that are coming into the game. I'm assuming that they're going to be symbiotes, right? Anti-Venom and Scream. I've been saying for a long time that the symbiotes would really benefit from having, other characters that are already symbiotes, but then also, there's characters that could potentially, remove debuffs, potentially, maybe be a taunt, or maybe give, heals, because of course the symbiotes are good they can heal themselves in raids and they can heal themselves in Dark Dimension, but not so great outside of that. I mean, they do get a little bit of healing, but not so great outside of that. So them having a healer or somebody that can strip debuffs off of them, things like that I think would be really helpful. But my biggest gripe, if there is a gripe, right, is a simple fact that there are going to be blitz releases. We've had so many of them in the game. We just came off the Zemo Blitz. There's going to be an Electro Blitz, next week. We had Beast, we had X-23. There's been so many new characters that are being released by blitzes. It's just so time consuming to have another blitz release. But of course, once again, excited about this. Want to know the timeline on this, obviously. But the next thing is the She-Hulk. Also She-Hulk is obviously going to be a part of the game now. Don't know when again, but also she's going to be a blitz release. Not really too crazy excited about that, but excited about her coming to the game. Curious about her kit, curious who she's going to work with, what team synergies, things like that, area game modes that she's going to work in. Curious about things like that. The next thing that I wanted to touch on was Dr. Doom. So this one is another kind of curious one for me too as well. We see the tags here. He's Mystic and Tech. He has a dual tag? What? Like, where did that come from? He has dual tags? That's absolutely, it's the first character in the game that's ever going to have dual tags. I'm curious about the gear assignment though, especially when we're talking about things like mini uniques. Like, is he going to take Icors and then Tachyons? Like, how is that going to work? So curious about that. Is he also going to be Red Star available, or are you going to have to get Red Stars on him? Like, are you going to have to Is he gonna come with red stars on him, or can you get red stars on him? I don't know. I mean, obviously he's probably gonna be broken if he gets red stars on him, right? I mean, Ultron, if he has red stars, would probably break the entire game. So I'm probably assuming that they're probably not gonna put some red stars on him, but. Listen, but this right here kind of segues, you know, more so the Blitz, you know, when it comes to Scream, you know, Anti-Venom, not so much Doom, but definitely She-Hulk. We're talking about the character overload and essentially kind of like the time crunch. So that's actually what we're going to talk about next here. Alright guys, so I'm back in game here and I have my symbiote Spider-Man here. I'm actually going to be using him as an example just so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So when we're talking about the bottlenecks in the game here, the first one that I want to touch on is time. When you get a new character, right, in order for you to kind of sort of feel out exactly how good they are, you want to at least be able to get them to level 60, gear tier 10, with their abilities at 6664, right? That's essentially what you want to do. Now, it will take you a certain amount of days to be able to do that, you know, but depending on, of course, where you are in the game. So if you're early game, you know, it's probably going to take you about 5 days. If you're, you know, mid game, it's probably going to take you about a day or two. And if you're, you know, late game, it's probably going to be almost immediately because you have the T3 mats, you know, the T3 ability, you know, mats available for you to be able to upgrade the character rather quickly. The problem that I have, though, you know, when it comes to time, and also when we're talking about blitzing, you know, and recurring milestones, I feel like just they've really kind of just grouped these new character releases just way too close together. They haven't given us the sort of time that we need in order to recover. For instance, with Emma Frost and Symbiote Spider-Man, we had Symbiote Spider-Man and then we had Emma Frost, right? You know, they were essentially kind of like back-to-back events. You know, there were really back-to-back events that really kind of hurt us, you know, moving forward. So it's didn't have enough, you know, we'll talk about gold in a little bit, didn't have enough gold in order for us to really be able to accomplish that. And also we didn't have enough time to be able to invest into the character. And then of course, when it comes to blitzing, mainly when investing into those characters, because we just had Zemo, and then we're gonna have Electro, and then of course, you know, after that we're gonna have Doc Ock, right? So it's like all these new characters that are coming into the game and they're just not spaced out enough for us to really be able to go after and attack, you know, investing into those characters in the right way. And for instance, like characters like Emma Frost and Symbiote Spider-Man, you want to bring them to like gear tier 13 and 14, right? Because they are characters that are good in various areas in the game, and you need them essentially to be high powered in order for you to really be able to feel sort of their impact for you on your roster, depending on, once again, where you are. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is gold. Now, Scopely has done a little bit of a better job in making sure that gold is more available to us. You know, for instance, they've given us, you know, more gold in certain areas like blitzes, more events, you know, more calendars. They've made gold a lot more available. But once again, with the recurring milestones being back to back, it depletes your gold. With the new characters coming into the game and needing to upgrade them, it depletes your gold, right? So yes, you're making gold more available, but at the same time, you're essentially depleting our gold as well. So we're not really feeling the gold increase. We're essentially losing. We're kind of just coming out even, or even in some instances we're coming out less because we can't keep up with the characters that are being released. So therefore it just, you're kind of not really feeling any sort of an increase where that is concerned. And of course, right, for depending on where your roster is, you kind of need a character at least to be at 4 stars, 4 red stars, in order for you to really kind of feel that they're doing something for you on your roster. Like for me personally, I haven't been able to get Ironheart to 4 stars yet. So because of that, I'm not using her. She's only at 3 stars. Eventually, when she gets to 4 stars, I'll use her. Same thing with Beast. When Beast gets to 4 stars, I'll use them. But once again, it's just, you're not feeling it because guess what? You're not really feeling the gold increase that you're getting, you know, in order to be able to make up for it. And then the last thing that the last 2 things that I want to talk about is them, of course, training modules. When you're spending gold to upgrade characters for your milestone events, or after you just got a new character, you're running out of training modules. Right now, I'm pretty decent when my training modules are concerned. If I decide to take SSM to 71, then I use all of my purple, I use all of my training, I lose all of my training orbs. When are they going to make training, or like just training modules more available? The purple ones aren't available except for the challenges. The gold ones aren't available except for believe the challenges and orbs. So when are they going to make these more available? Throw those into a node, throw those into it so that people can farm them, so that those become more available, because you're essentially now bringing in all of these new characters, but then we have to spend gold and we're losing the gold, but then we have to spend to upgrade. The best way to spend to upgrade, to spend your gold to get the recurring milestones, is by training your characters, and then you don't have enough training modules, after a while. So really, there needs to be more availability for. I'm not saying stop releasing new characters. I'm saying space it out, number one. And then number two, give us more resources and make those resources that we need more available, so that we can actually, once again, upgrade those characters and feel that thing. I get it, it's a resource management game, but my God, like, give us some more availability for these things to be available. And then of course, this is the same thing, if you're spending money on the game, it's a timing thing, right? If you're gonna spend money on the character release, it's a timing aspect. You're gonna be spending 25 to 30 for Electro. I mean, they fixed that, I guess, right? Not really, but you're gonna spend 20, 25 on Electro, you're gonna spend 50 on Zemo. Space those out a little bit, like be a little easy on our pockets, too, as well, for those who spend money in the game. That's just my thoughts, guys. I mean, listen, obviously there are different ways and different things that you probably are thinking about, but leave them in the comments, guys. Leave them in the comments. If there are suggestions that you guys have, make those and leave those in the comments. Would love to hear them. Also, if you did like this video, guys, and you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that smash button, or smash the like button. Hit the smash button. No, smash the like button if you like this video, guys. And I'm curious to hear you. Once again, guys, if you guys have any questions, hop on my Discord. You can also catch me on Twitch, as I said, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday nights. But listen, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Y'all let me know what y'all are thinking. Am I crazy? Is this crazy? Am I crazy for thinking this? But listen, guys, appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Until next time, be blessed and be safe.